Hello and happy Finally Friday from Radically Rational and RadicallyRational.com. Gee, it's just a shame that Colin Kaepernick killed the NFL, isn't it? Are you kidding? Here's how powerful and popular the NFL is. The NFL doesn't even have to play football games to cause excitement. All they have to do is tell us that they're going to play football games. And it was exciting last night in the schedule reveal. And yes, I bought it hook, line, and sinker. And there's some really nice features about this schedule coming up. 11 playoff rematches from a year ago. World champion Chiefs with 6 primetime appearances. We're going to have a total of 20 Monday night games. Yeah, I'll take it. And it looks to me like the league kept all of their television partners happy this time. Even Al Michaels had a smile on his face last night. The NFL knows how to do it. So naturally, I took a look at the Texans schedule and the Cowboys schedule. The Texans, well, they play in the AFC South, so they get a little bit of a break there, although Jacksonville is really coming on. And the Texans play the AFC North this year. That means they'll see Deshaun Watson once again. Okay, so I just kind of breezed through that. And then I got to the Cowboys and I went, holy guacamole. I'm not seeing a lot of gimme putts here at all. And I'm one of these people that thinks the Cowboys are going to be very good in 2023. Not as good as the Eagles, but very good. But I look at this schedule, and if you're just looking for a couple of finger rolls, well, the first one I see is in week 3 at the Cardinals, but even that's kind of frightening because historically Dallas has really struggled there. But you open up on the road at the Giants, pretty good team, crazy crowd. Man, then you catch Aaron Rodgers and the Jets in week 2. They should be able to beat the Pats in week 4, but New England is going to be improved. But then at the Niners, a road game at the Niners, at the Chargers, the Rams, we'll see if they're the team they were a year ago, not very good, or the team they were the year before that, a very good team. But then at the Eagles, rematch with the Giants, got to play at the Panthers. That is a difficult place to play. Obviously, they're going to have a young quarterback, but they also have a very physical team. The Commanders, what I just said about physical, Seahawks, that's an up-and-coming team in the NFC. Eagles, Bills, at the Dolphins, they look loaded. The Lions, everybody thinks the Lions are going to be a marquee team, and I'm one of those people. And then they close it out against the Commanders. That's really difficult. In fact, I'm kind of scratching my head here, and I'm trying to remember if I've seen the Cowboys have a tougher schedule on paper. I'm not sure I have. Okay, so a little bit of hoop. Didn't we always know that ultimately the Celtics and Sixers would be heading for a Game 7? And they are. And tonight, we may be vectored toward another future Game 7 as the Dubs try to get even with the Lakers. If the Lakers want to win that series, they better close it out tonight. And was there ever any doubt that the Suns would set? Because that's what the Suns do. And we've got the XFL championship game right here in San Antonio tomorrow night. We'll talk about that matchup tomorrow morning. Real quickly, and I will keep this brief, I just want to restate something that's kind of bothering me. I'm hearing all these analogies. CNN has turned into Fox. I can't believe they gave that guy a forum. It's really an invalid analogy. They're not similar at all. Fox became a propaganda machine for Trump. It became a house organ. It was no longer a news outlet. Now, in the news business, you don't get paid to not cover the news. Nobody is more disgusted by Donald Trump than I am, and nobody is more committed to making sure he doesn't get a sniff of the White House again than I am. But you don't do that by ignoring him. When you do that, all you're doing is playing into his hands. He has been president of the United States. He wants to be again. So it's entirely appropriate to put him on television. But here's the difference. Fox never challenged a single thing he said. In fact, they backed it up. They promoted the lies. CNN did, in this case, and I'm a frequent critic of CNN, they did what a news outlet should do. And I thought Caitlin Collins did a really good job. She couldn't catch him in all the lies because he's too good at it and too quick, but nothing went unchallenged. So this notion that CNN suddenly and somehow sold out to Trump and is now in the Trump camp and should be chastised for letting a former president of the United States speak, that's completely misguided. In this case, CNN did exactly what a responsible news outlet should do in this case, and once again, I've been frequently critical, but in this case, they got it exactly right. I understand your frustration. I'm frustrated, but the idea that they just laid down and gave him a forum is a misguided notion. And let me say this, if you want to beat Trump, the way to do it is not to try to silence him. We need to know exactly what we're confronting and exactly what the stakes are. Okay, so in this case, analogy between Fox and CNN, completely and totally invalid. Have a great weekend. We're Radically Rational.